It's heartbreaking to look outside my window and watch my son playing with their dad, or playing baseball with their dad, going to the park with their dad. And while I appreciate what they do for our family and help us out, it's heartbreaking to see that that's not Ryan doing that with our kids.
2.5 years after 2 Austin police officers were poisoned by carbon monoxide on the job in their Ford Explorers, they are still recovering.
One is just returning to work. The other is still too sick to return and may lose his job.
Let's take you back to 2017. After months of carbon monoxide related issues, the city pulled its entire fleet of about 400 Ford Explorers.
The city received 62 workers' compensation reports for carbon monoxide poisoning. At one point, the Austin Police Association told its members to patrol with their windows down.
The Ford Motor Company made repairs after discovering holes and unsealed spaces in the back of some of those units. Explorers returned to the road again that September. Fast forward to today, KXAN's Jacqulyn Powell spoke with 2 officers who are suing Ford.
She's learned it has been a long 2.5 years fighting medical issues and asking for more paid leave to keep their jobs.
Almost 3 years later, Sergeant Zach LaHood will finally get to return to full duty next month. He was on medical leave for more than 1.5 years before he returned to limited duty doing desk work in November of 2018. Patrol Officer Ryan Hancock, however, still isn't back to work. He says he got carbon monoxide poisoning the day he returned to duty from parental leave. He had a newborn son who was just a month old. This is the only family picture he got with the baby before he got sick.
Pictures hang on Ryan Hancock's wall of a simpler time when he was a happy, healthy father and patrol officer.
It's been a nightmare. It's been the biggest challenge.
His wife Jessica says in July of 2017, he came home from work extremely sick, not knowing why, but pushed himself to go back in the next day.
When he got to work, his other officers could tell that he was not feeling well. And then when he saw his card been pulled, they all put 2 and 2 together and asked him to go to a EMS outpost. And that's what he did, and that's where they drew his blood and saw that he had carbon monoxide and started giving him oxygen there and transported him to a hospital.
Ryan says he made more than 10 trips to the ER, was in the ICU for a while, and checked into a rehab facility. But the worst part of it all, missing out on raising his newborn.
He couldn't hold him, he couldn't feed him.
State law allowed Ryan a year off paid. Then, he says, Police Chief Brian Manley got approval from the Austin City Council to allow first a year of paid leave extension, then an additional 6 months.
And then this last time around, we said another 6 months, because he's still not at a place where he can get back to work, even part-time yet. And Chief Manley denied that request. He didn't even send it off to City Council to let them approve or deny.
Did you say why he denied it?
Well, we've not talked to him. He sent some other people to come share that news.
The Hancocks say if Ryan has to medically retire, they worry about the finances of raising a family.
I mean, he could have not made it through that first night. So looking back, there's miracles, lots of little miracles along the way. We know that God was with him, and we know that there's a plan for all of this, but it's hard for us to see.
Jacqulyn Powell, KXAN News.
City documents show Hancock's leave ends on Tuesday. We have reached out to APD asking why they are not requesting a 3rd extension to Hancock's paid leave, but we have not received a response. Remember, Hancock got the state-mandated year with pay plus 2 extensions already. And keep in mind that state law, Jacqulyn mentioned there, that guaranteed him a paid year's leave only applies to civil servants like police officers and firefighters. If you or I were out sick and unable to work, we would only be guaranteed 12 weeks leave. That's under the Federal Family Medical Leave Act or any contractual agreement with our employers. And that's whether the illness is job-related or not, and that could be with or without pay. Also, Hancock told us he feels his progress should not be compared to Sergeant LaHood's. That's because Hancock had a major setback and adverse reaction to medication that put his therapies on hold for several months. Both officers still have pending lawsuits against the Ford Motor Company, and the attorney representing them told us today a 3rd APD officer has joined the lawsuit.